great pleasure to call upon Ralph Boo.
Good evening, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, and proud families, and my fellow graduates of the Bishop Allen Academy class of 2025. It is an honor to stand before you as this year's valedictorian. As we celebrate this milestone, it's important to recognize that none of us would be here today without the support of our loved ones and the entire Bishop Allen community. So before I begin, I would be remiss not to acknowledge those who helped us rise. To our administrators, Ms. Tomacek, Ms. Ardini, and Mr. Voynars, who have worked tirelessly every day to keep our school running, thank you. To our teachers, support staff, and guidance counselors, who have had to put up with us all year and who have volunteered their time after school for our club meeting, or soccer practice, or math tutoring, thank you. To our parents, who have hustled us out of bed every morning and who made sure that we had all that we needed to succeed, thank you. To you, my fellow peers, I could not imagine walking this high school journey with a better group. And even though the crowded halls of Bishop Allen will always stay the same, that is, until they build that new school they promised us, it's always going to feel smaller because we've outgrown it together. And for that I say, thank you. But most importantly, to God, who keeps us grounded in our faith and allows us to build meaningful relationships rooted in kindness and understanding, thank you. Now, I've been thinking a lot about the idea of holding on, and how sometimes the hardest part of moving on is learning to let go. We hold on to routines because repetition feels reliable. We hold on to people because the familiar feels safe. We hold on to places because the unknown just feels uninviting. And we hold on to who we used to be because change feels uncomfortable. And then, one day, we're asked to let go of it all. Letting go is never easy. It takes tremendous amounts of courage and trust. So while today marks an ending, our presence here stands as testament to everything we've been strong enough to endure and everything we're now strong enough to release. Now, next to me, you might have noticed these balloons, and I would like to dedicate them to the class of 2025. You see, a balloon is a very simple object. You fill it up with air, you tie it to a string, and you hold on to it very tightly so as to not let it go. However, I want you all to picture these balloons as something that should be let go of, something that needs to be let go of. In life, we all carry our own balloons, some bigger than others, some unwildly to grasp, some gradually deflating. What's common to all of us, though, is that sooner or later, we all need to let go. And that's exactly what we're going to do. This first balloon is expectations. Today I start by asking you all to release yourselves from these expectations. The ones placed on you by the world, your friends, your parents. Still, it's important to acknowledge just how much expectations lead to growth, how they have helped us to meet our potential, how they have allowed us to float amidst the clouds. Because those in our lives who we hold dearly, friends, parents, and teachers, they want to see us succeed. They want to see us rise up. But once we reach the summit, it becomes time for us to cut some strings and think, what expectations do I have for myself? Instead of focusing on the visions others might have for you, seize the opportunity that is now presented to you, the opportunity to lead and live in your own way. This is perfection. Oftentimes, we put too much pressure on ourselves to become the best in any given situation. We should strive not to be the best, but to do our best and achieve all that we are capable of doing. Because ultimately, we all sat in the same classrooms, we all walked the same halls, we all faced the same tests. But each and every one of us is carrying something that no one else has. Perfection isn't about pushing yourself till the balloon bursts. It's about stretching the definition of what you're capable of doing. It's about using this pivotal moment in our lives as a catalyst for change, where change leads to growth, and growth leads us in the right direction. And maybe all of this begins with putting yourself out there, and when necessary, placing yourself first. Lastly, this is mistakes. And so, I now ask you to let go of every single mistake that you have made. Every mistake that still floats in your mind, no matter how minute or significant. We've all experienced it. Doing something only to be met with instant regret. Or maybe opting not to take that chance, that pathway, and regretting what could have been. It is only through these mistakes, however, that we can become well-rounded members of society. After all, we're young, and we don't have it all figured out, and maybe we never will. So change your mind, and change your mindset with it. Make that mistake, and make the same mistake again. Because with every misfortunate blunder comes the opportunity to learn and shape your future. Now, my final ask, and this is a hard one, is that you consider the memories made throughout your 4 years here. Some of these may float into your mind at moments of reminiscence, happiness, and nostalgia. Others, you may want to release immediately and leave to drift away. But all these memories should not be forgotten altogether, and should instead be put aside to make space for new possibilities, new adventures to be celebrated. We've spent the last 4 years meeting new people, trying new things, and stepping into the unknown. And now, we have the opportunity to embark on a different journey. This time, with greater wisdom, with greater insight. And so, to the class of 2025, let your balloons go, and then watch how high you rise.